I made Aliyah 30 years ago, and there were like 7 of us. What I'm seeing now, this is a miracle.
I made Aliyah because of a love and a passion for Israel.
Best thing we ever did.
I just felt like, if not now, when?
She's saying, Hashem, I'm here. I came home.
I felt like I was home since I got here.
I feel like a whole new world opened up for me.
The truth is, we are really just visitors in America.
Something that we want, and we decided now's the right time to do it.
I first thought of moving to Israel really as soon as I learned what Israel was.
My husband Saul and I made Aliyah with our 6 children. I remember one day, my husband came home and he said, "You want to go to Israel?" We had twins and a baby, and thank God, and it was like right away, yeah, let's go. We felt like that was the right thing to do, that this is the place where Jewish history is taking place, this is the place where our people are, and we felt like we wanted to be a part of that.
There's only so many times you can read the Musaf prayer, "Mepnei chataenu, galinu me'artzenu, v'netrachaknu me'al admatenu." You're like, yeah, we're far away. We're like, yeah, all right, so buy the ticket and go on El Al and get to Israel.
It's not something to be taken lightly or taken for granted. The privilege to live in Israel, at least I'm cognizant of it every morning when I leave the house to go to Knis. So, wow, I can't believe I'm here. That's a big zechus.
When I was 16 years old, I took my first trip to Israel. I stood at the top of the staircase and I looked out and I saw the words, "Welcome to Ben Gurion," and then I saw the Hebrew letters also. And for me, and I'm feeling it now, there was an electric shock that came through my body because I said, this is my homeland.
There's no country in the world that you can say every step that I take is bringing Mashiach closer.
We were with Hashem. We were in our country. We were doing the right thing. And as difficult it is, my kids are being brought up Israeli. It was incredible.
Even though we were leaving family, friends, careers behind in the United States, we knew that at some point, most, if not all of the Jewish people, hopefully will end up here in Israel. And we wanted to be here to help pioneer that.
I'm able to give more to the community by being here. I'm here to be a pioneer, to pave the way, to show the country in a way that I think only our community can, and I'm glad to have that opportunity.
I didn't want to sit anymore and watch things on CNN and Fox. I wanted to be part of the Jewish history, the here and now, living here and being with our people.
As amazing as it is to live here, and as happy as I am to live here, the challenge of living far from family doesn't get easy. It doesn't get easier, but despite that, I look at it as I did something that's very hard personally for me, so please God, my kids won't have to.
I knew I was going to sort of be, in a sense, alone. And now, years later, some of my nephews have moved here. I took a step, and now, there's sort of a family growing around me, which has been very nice.
For me, some of the challenges have been the fact that we did leave the community, and I think you take it for granted for as long as you're there, and you definitely miss it the minute you leave.
We left behind a community that was very, very dear to us, friends that are very, very dear to us, things that we're accustomed to. I terribly, terribly miss Brooklyn hot dogs, but I feel like I've completed something that needed to be completed, living in the one Jewish nation in the world.
There was no synagogue here that fit the style of prayer that we had back in America. I didn't think it would be so difficult to open up a synagogue in Israel of all places, but it's a dream. I can't believe how successful we are.
The move to Israel was hard. I don't know anyone here yet, and I didn't know the language. And now it's gotten so much better. I just did really well, and I love it.
I really made Aliyah for my children. There's moments when I just look at my children and I'm just like, kind of jealous. I'm kind of jealous of their childhood.
We used to come some of the summers, and the last summer we were here, one of my kids said to me, "If you keep bringing us to Israel, we're not coming back with you to America after. This is where we want to be."
I distinctly remember asking the kids who wants to stay here and who wants to move back.
And all of them answered unanimously like, never going back, never going back.
When the kids started playing in Hebrew, and especially with that really adorable Israeli accent, it was amazing, and it seemed almost too easy because it came so quickly for them.
My children are flourishing. They are able to do things here that they would have never been able to do back in Brooklyn. They have independence here. They're developing themselves as individuals, and they're really able to be happy. They're able to be children.
The past year has been pretty easy for me, way easier than I thought it would have been.
Seeing my two oldest boys so far being sworn into the Israel Defense Forces, having them serve in special forces and commando units, serving the country, that brought all of our dreams home for us.
I think it made them into unbelievable men, and I see all the benefits of this for the children, and there is no greater good you can do for Am Yisrael.
The Chagim are something else, like it's just so festival.
It's really, really special and gives a lot of meaning to be in a country where the holidays mean something to everyone.
The minute Rosh Hashanah is over, already you have the Sukkah decorations up, and then the minute the Simchat Torah is over, the donuts start coming out, and Hanukkah is on the way.
Everything's like for Shavuot, and everything's like, there's like schach in your face, and there's like matzah everywhere.
All the kids are excited. Everywhere you go is a Chag Sameach, Chag Sameach.
The bus driver wishes you Shabbat Shalom.
All the stores close early, everything is shut down.
You go around and you smell everyone's Shabbat food. It's the best.
You walk on the street and every single apartment, every single house has a Hanukkah on the window. You can really feel like you're living in Eretz Yisrael because of a war that was fought 2,000 years ago, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought us through, and we're still here. And we commemorate it with light, and it's beautiful.
Everyone is outside in the sukkah, and you hear your neighbors, and you're going and you're visiting, and everyone's celebrating together.
You really feel, when you're sitting outside, really what the Torah meant by living in booths outside within all the greenery and the gardens around here in Israel.
The moments here, they penetrate your soul. The first Yom Ha'asmaut, when the entire city they were just out there celebrating Israel, celebrating being Jews, being together. The festivities, I've never seen it. It puts 4th of July to shame. When you're here on Yom HaShoah, when you're here on Yom HaZikaron, and those sirens go off, it's the most powerful moment I've ever experienced in my life. You appreciate what you have here.
I strongly believe that the future of the Jewish people is here in the land of Israel. It represents all of our ideals, all of our values, everything that we learned. We don't have to be second-class citizens in any country. We can be ourselves in our own home country.
I would just want to say to anybody who's even contemplating the thought of Aliyah, don't think so much. If you have an ounce of courage in you, just do it. You won't regret it.
It's not going to be the clearest, it's not going to be the easiest, but as the years goes on, the support systems are getting better. You have more and more of the community people that are here, the Syrian community.
Come on Aliyah. That's what I want to say. Come. It's going to be great. It's fantastic. You got everything and anything that you want. There's plenty of places for people to find a home, for them to be able to feel at home.
It's one big family here. It's really one big family.
Israel's a great place, really, for everyone to find a place, to fit in and to be respected.
There's always a place for everybody in Israel.
These are my brothers and sisters. This is my family. They're there for you.
If you don't have family here, you have family here. You're never, ever, ever alone.
You feel a little bit more alive here. There's a little bit more depth. There's a little bit more meaning. You're part of a bigger collective, and you're part of a nation.
You feel this is our country. We belong here.
I literally thank Hashem every day. I'm gonna cry because 23 years I'm still crying that I have the zechut to live here.